not having any problem.
Let me I'll tell you this much. I knew that the shit was hitting me different because I remember the first time that I actually went to like a social event with cocaine.
Yeah.
Right? And I went with a couple homies, and one of my homies was slanging.
Yeah.
So he had the bag, and he's like, he gave me and like 3 of my other homies all 8 balls. So we each had our own bindle, 8 ball.
Yeah.
And we go into this nightclub bar, right? And we go in there, and we all order a beer, whatever we're ordering, right? I take a sip off my beer. It's on the bar. I go, I'll be right back, guys. I head to the bathroom, and I go and I bust out, and I do a bump in the toilet. Let me tell you something, bro. I never left the bathroom. I'm talking about, we got there at like 11 at night.
Yeah.
At 2 o'clock in the morning. The only time I left was to stick my head out, bro, to tell somebody to get somebody else's bindle.
Yeah.
Because I had finished mine already. And I was in this stall, and I'd wash my hands, and somebody come in, and we start talking. I spent the whole next, and everybody out there was having a good time, like drinking and doing everything. And I was like, I took a mental note that shit was affecting me differently than everybody else that was doing it, you know? Really had a fucking hold on me. But, man, I was all the ways at like 32 years old, bro. I had gotten out. I was on parole. I'm dating this girl. I had gone out one night with some friends. I had been up all night. And I had kind of like already kicked and left heroin alone a bit. I wasn't shooting anything. And I remember, dog, I had pulled an all-nighter. And it was 6 in the morning, and I walk into her house, and I'm like, I got to be up at 8, so I got to crash out. And I had been up doing lines all night with friends. And I remember at 8 o'clock, she woke me up, and it was one of those like, there's no possible way I can move. I'm not gonna, and I needed this job, and I was on parole, and I just got out. And I remember trying to sit up, and I just like, there's no way. My head was, I just couldn't bring it. And she's like, I got something that'll help you.
Wow.
And I'm like, what? And I had only tried speed years prior, and it did nothing to me.
Right.
I didn't lie. It did nothing.
Yeah.
I go, I hate that shit.
I remember. It did at the beginning. We didn't feel
it did nothing. And she goes into her closet, and I always thought maybe there was something going on with this girl. I just could not put together what it was. She was a tweaker, and I just didn't know her, man, right? She's always up and always going. So
everything's always
horny,
clean,
right?
Horny, yep.
And so I'm feeling like shit. She tells me this, and I see her go into her closet, and she pulls out this thing, and she pulls this little baggie out, and she puts like a little speck out, and she like got a credit card, and she crunches up this little line, right? Little baby line, right?
Yeah.
And I walk over to her, and I snatch the bag on her. She goes, no, and I fucking pour some more on there, and she's like, no, this is not like Coke. You gotta try. I go, I don't give a fuck. I'm a fucking big guy. And so she does a decent line. And she's like, that's too, you don't need that much. And I'm like, fuck it.
That shit
Bird's
like,
gotta go down.
man.
And after the burn wears off, I'm like, I sit there on the side of the bed. I'm like, I knew that shit wasn't gonna do nothing, man. And I was miserable. And she's like, well, what are you going to do? I'm like, I have to take a shower. I have to. So I pull myself up. The shit's not doing anything for me. I get into the bathroom.
It takes 10, 15 minutes.
And I take it, and I put the water on, I take a shower. And like somewhere in the next 5 minutes, I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, how are you feeling? And I'm like, I ain't tripping. I'm showering. I'm like, bring me a beer. I'm out of there fucking. And the next thing I know, I've completely forgot about anything that happened the night before. Any headaches. I go to work. And bro, I am on point. You guys, I'm having like a great day. Yo, hey, people walking in, I'm winking. I'm on point with my numbers. I feel great.
2 hours went by, you're like, damn.
Everything's great. Honestly, like probably one of the best days of work of my life, bro, right?
Focus up.
And I'm at Enzo's Pizzeria. So my boy Paul's Pizzeria working. So I'm doing like a 9 to 5 shift, right? We open up for 11. We do lunch, serve. Everything's great. She's going to I need her to pick me up about 6. So it's about 5 o'clock.
Right.
I call her. I'm like, hey, because I didn't have a car. So she's like, am I coming to get you at 6? I'm like, yeah, come pick me up at 6. We'll go to a movie or so. Bring some more of that shit with you. She's like, all right. So she comes, and fucking, bro, she shows up, and as soon as she walks into the place, and I'm finishing work, I'm like, did you bring anything? I want more, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm still going. I'm still good, right? And she's like, yeah, but we'll do it in the car. I'm like, give me that thing. We're going into the bathroom. Do a line in the bathroom. We come out. I'm like, let's go to the movies. We start talking. Walking. So we never make it to the movies.
No.
Yeah.
Right? Instead, we somehow end up over at like a porno store.
Oh,
we're like,
yeah.
checking out porn.
Different kind of movie.
Like, yeah. Getting into the toys, all sorts of shit. Boom. End up over at her pad. And bro, it honestly, and I'm not putting anything on it. We started fucking around at about 9 o'clock with the porn going on.
Right.
She's got the VCR, like she's got the, back when they were like VCRs.
Right.
She's like filming me, filming herself. I'm filming her. We got the porn on. We got this on. She got toys. I mean, full on fucking
freak show.
Freak show. Yeah. Her son's like staying with like the cousin or something for that night. So we're tearing her pad apart like jackrabbits everywhere. There's porn on every room. I kid you not. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'm dripping. And I've got this girl doggy style. I'm like, it's 10 in the morning. I've been fucking all night, man. I'm like fucking John Holmes, bro. I was thinking, dude. And I got to fucking, my cock's been hard for fucking 10 hours. It's in Venice.
No, I'm saying no.
Right? Hey, man. The bed is like a giant sponge.
Yeah.
It's like soaked with sweat. Like, I got to be like 15 pounds lighter than I was when I started on this. Fuck. And I'm like, and bro, I'd been fucking the whole night.
And they came once.
And here it comes, bro.
Oh,
and I'm like, hold up, turn over, hold up. And I'm like, like the coming to Jesus Christ. And she's like cheering me on. And man.
Yeah, the Red Sea.
Bro, I had to pull it out right before because I need to see what was about to happen, bro, right? I wanted to see, man. I was like, I know it. And sure enough, I put it out and I yank, and bro, she turns around and looks, and it's like a fountain. Like it was like Peter North, bro.
Yeah.
I just fucking shot almost up against the wall, through the wall, across the top of her head. Like it was like a fucking sprinkler system.
Yeah.
It was the Olympic nut I busted that I had been waiting to bust my whole life, dude.
Right.
I never, ever had the shit. Now, the problem with all this is that the way that meth hit me, whether that speed, whatever you want to call it, and the way sex was intertwined, and that experience, I didn't know, fucked me up. It fucked me up, bro, because I spent the next fucking
trying to chase
20 years trying to chase that exact experience. Like it's that trick, man. Like the first time, I did coke or something. It's like this incredible fucking. But no, bro.
You're always trying to get back.
You're always trying to get back. But I gotta tell you, man, it was gnarly. You know, it was crazy. But that was like and then, you know, I'm telling you right now, I was a fucking heroin addict, dude. I was a dope fiend. And then in my early 30s, I get turned on to this shit, and then the whole sex thing. It's just like, I just wanted to do dope, and fucking get freaky with this chick, you know. And it was like, it just started on that whole thing, and then I started fucking experimenting and slamming that shit. And then I remember when you were out, and Spooks, and then we were all fucking around with that shit, and then the next thing I know, it was bleeding over. I mean, I think that it was already like pretty heavy in effect, like where you're from. Yeah. But on the west side, it was like everybody was smoking weed and doing coke. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, this meth started coming into like neighborhoods on the west side. It was like it started turning out everybody, bro.